G'day and welcome to the PR Warrior Report. My name is Trevor Young, and in this video we're going to look at 3 ways in which a journalist can help you knock your content out of the park. In last week's LinkedIn newsletter, I wrote an article about the 3 ways in which a freelance journalist, or a journalist if you want to put them on full time, can help you really improve your content and, as I said, help you knock it out of the park. I just wanted to use this video to extrapolate quickly on those 3 areas. Now, before we get into it, why would you want to improve your content? Well, I think that we're all upping the stakes in the quality of the content that we produce, and we need all the help we can get. And so if we can be smarter about producing content that's going to be better than your competitors, then you're going to be having an advantage, hopefully, in the online world and in the marketplace generally. And that will have a flow-on effect for your commercial outputs and what you're trying to achieve as a business. Whether you run a business, you are the business, so it's a personal branding, thought leadership, positioning, or you run a business and you employ stacks of staff, in which case, good on you. Okay, the first way in which a journalist can help you create content and get the most out of your content, number 1 is that they can create, and they're very adept at creating, multimedia content. Now today, it's great to be able to write great articles and publish them and get them out there. It's equally as good to be able to do it with video and audio. But if you can do all 3, that's the triple threat. And a lot of journalists are very adept at going across and creating content for multiple mediums. They've had to adapt to the new media landscape, just like all of us, and they've had to go and learn these new skills. So if you're going to put on a freelance journalist to help you with your content, and you're very keen to not just have written articles, as good as they are, but you might also want to expand your thoughts and ideas and the insights that you're putting out there in the marketplace, you might want to expand that into video and or audio, then look for a journalist who has got a background, who has the triple threat. They've got a background and they can produce text, the written word, video and audio. Number 2, the second reason why to use a journalist as part of your content team. The second one is they're very, very good. Journalists are very, very good at extracting the stories, and that's the important thing. We're not trained journalists, most of us. I actually am, but as a rule, most people, they might have a bit of an understanding of what makes a good story, but a journalist can get to the heart of that very quickly by interviewing you. So you give them a good brief, they'll do the interview, and hey, maybe they interview you on video, and that way you can use that video, and you can use the audio somehow as well, maybe for a podcast. But most important thing is they'll get to the heart of the stories. Now, what I've done with a number of my clients, I will interview the experts, and within 25-30 minutes, I have enough for 4 to 5 really good articles. So I can get to the heart of what a good story is, and then interview them and get the stories out of them. And therefore these stories are going to resonate more. There's a bit more consistency, rather than the expert, who's usually the busiest person in the business, or the leader or the CEO or the founder. They have to make the time to sit down and write that. So it actually, A, is a time saver, a massive time saver, but B, they will get the good stories, and because they understand what readers or viewers or listeners want from content and want in a story or an angle or a hook or an idea. So number 2 is extract the stories from your people, and they'll do it quickly as well. So you'll get a better result and they'll do it quickly. And the final reason or advantage of using a journalist and having one as part of your content team is that they will help make your content better. Now, let me explain this one. This one's, you want a journalist who has sub-editing experience. Now, a sub-editor on a newspaper, for example, they will get the stories from the journalists and then knock them into shape. Some of the journalists, they're quick to write their stories, but they need a sub-editor to tidy it up, to make it look good, consistent, to check facts, all of that sort of stuff. So that's what a subby does. So if you've got people internally, or you yourself are the writer of articles, and you're sitting there and trying to finesse them and spend a whole lot of time trying to perfect them, why don't you consider getting a journalist who has got sub-editing experience, write a stack of articles, whip it over to them. They will knock them into shape. They will fact check things. They will ask you, does this make sense, or this doesn't make sense? They'll just straighten the back of the article for you to make it it will be a much better result. I don't care if you're a good writer, an editor will make it even a better article. And I think that they are absolute gold. Now, I do this in my own business. I've got a couple of clients who they've got internal experts. They're writing the articles. We've got this whole content machine going. And when the articles are done, they go off to a sub-editor who works his magic over it. He does it very quickly. It's one good thing that sub-editors do. If they've worked on newspapers, they are quick. Same with journalists, getting a story, they're really quick at doing it. They get to the heart of the matter really quickly. So just in summary, they are the three reasons why you should consider having a freelance, if you or freelance journalists, as part of your content team. Number one, they can create multimedia content and extend the value of your ideas and get it, more broadly out there online. Number two is that they can extract the stories, and they're very good at doing that. So they'll probably, help you with your content and get a better story than maybe what you can do yourself. And the final one is, if you are writing articles, get your experts or you yourself, get them down there, get it out of your system, get it out of your head, the ideas and everything, get it down on paper and let them tidy it up and make the finished product even better. See you next time.